Hi and welcome back to another art journaling video. Today I'm working in my almost square watercolor journal. It's about 15 by 17 centimeters and I'm starting with adhering some collage papers. I'm using another journal page I made recently as kind of a reference because I liked it so much. I wanted to recreate it in this journal in more of a square format. I'm adhering my papers with a glue stick, but of course I could have also used gel medium. I just don't want to have the drying time. If you want to see how I'm making my collage papers, I uploaded a video recently and I will link it up at the end of this video so you can check that out. I also used some of my brand new stamps which aren't released yet. They will be out in January and of course I will let you know as soon as they are in the store. Here I just stamped one of the images onto an old book page. That's what I like about that glue stick. You have a little bit of time to move your papers if you're not happy. I'm going to do some stamping to the top left corner or to the left side, and this is also one of the new stamps. I will use some ink that is matching my colors, and I picked the saffron from my archival inks. I'm now going through my jelly printed collage papers and I'm searching for one that fits my page and that I like to use. I also have a bunch of jelly printing videos on my channel and I will link up the whole playlist at the end of this video. An easy way to find out if something matches or not is to have a look through your camera onto your page or to make a photo of it or to use a mirror and look at your layout. Then you can move things around and see what looks better and what not. And that's my way of finding out if the composition is pleasing or not. I'm using the rainbow stamp from the Pencil Marks No. 3 stamp set, and I used this also on my reference page, and I will stamp it directly onto my spread. That can be tricky if you have a very bulky art journal. Then I would recommend using maybe tissue paper and then adhere it with gel medium, or to lay something under your page that allows you to stamp perfectly. In case you mess up a stamp directly in your journal, you can always stamp it again onto a separate piece of paper, cut it out and glue it exactly over the area you want it to have, and then nobody will see. I'm using some gesso to fill in some areas and to blend in the collage elements a little bit. I'm using the heavy gesso from Liquitex. I wanted to paint in that rainbow with a white Posca paint pen, but that does not work on the rice paper, as I haven't used gel medium to adhere the papers. It's the pure rice paper on my surface, and that does not allow to use a Posca paint pen. And I will soon switch to usual acrylic paint or maybe gesso and will paint it over the areas with a brush. I wanted to add the white in between the textured rainbow stripes to make it pop a little more, and I also did the same on my reference page, and I really like that. I will now let everything dry completely and then come back with one of the Neocolor crayons to add a little bit more color, and therefore I'm just scribbling the crayon onto my glass plate and I pick it up with water and a brush. And here I recognize that I don't like that pink over the white area, and I just wipe it away. I really like how the pink mixes in with the rice paper and gives me that orangey tone. I think that is a really nice effect. I love to add texture and marks with paint pens, and here I'm using the black Posca pen and I'm making some tiny circles. For the main image of my page, I'm using the same stamp that I've used on my reference page, and I'm stamping it to Bristol paper. I want to color it in with watercolors, and I really like the look of watercolors on Bristol. I'm coloring the image in very loosely. I don't take a lot of care about not going over the outlines, as I plan to cut the image out. I cut my image out completely, and now I am going to adhere it with some wet glue. Finally, I'm adding a title to my spread, and I'm using some words from the Mix a Sentiment stamp sets, and there are also words that are on the upcoming Mix a Sentiment number 3, which is not out yet. And I embossed the words in white to black cardstock, and I always keep the stamp together, and I am stamping the whole Mix a Sentiment stamp, and then I cut the words apart that I wanted to use. And that's my page for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you like the page, and I wish you a wonderful weekend. Bye!